Going over to the Cultural Part podcast, you have Matt Walsh saying no to the parenting technique of sink or swim, at least if it's for babies. Now, this went viral on X, specifically originally posted by someone by the name of Massimo, saying, quote, as a parent, would you approve of this training technique for babies and toddlers? And here, this gal says, I would say it's a baby, maybe, I'm terrible with maybe guessing it's 6 months old, and I don't think it's a scene from 300, but I can't but think in her head she's just thinking, this is Sparta! Look at this, right into the water. No floaties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The baby's now risen to the surface on his back and is breathing. And the baby's actually, made it. Literally the definition of sink or swim. And again, to clarify, this isn't just a random mom. The gal in this video has a very fancy t-shirt that says instructor, so you know she's official and legit. You cannot just get those t-shirts off the Amazon.com. Now, this went incredibly viral on her channel. It got 2.3 million views and 3.1 thousand likes. Now, Matt Walsh responded to this, getting nearly 1 million views himself and 9.9 thousand likes. Now, Matt Walsh says, quote, absolutely no. Look up secondary drowning. Even a little bit of water in the lungs can cause serious complications or death, unquote. Which, yeah. And again, I don't know. Actually, no, my parenting advice should be, invaluable. I have a pet rock, so I have a lot of authority to stand on. Haha, obviously, kidding. But yeah, maybe wait until the kid can walk before throwing them into the little water. Literally the water with no safety gear on. Although maybe he's going to grow up to real Sparta at this point. I mean, it looks like that's going to be the kid's trajectory, or the next Michael Phelps. Going to the comments, one of the first ones comes from us thanks to Jason. He says, who's correct here? Responded in a Jamaican accent, and he asked Grok. Which, yeah, I'll go for it. Yo, me brother Jason, this ya debate about baby swimming. Lessons got me head spinning like a top, On one side, you got Massimo showing off them tiny tots taking a dip, and Matt Walsh throwing up the red flags, secondary drowning. Now, me not doctor, but I can tell you as the water and babies, does mix that need careful handling. Okay, that was probably the worst accent of all time, but the attempt was nevertheless made. Grok, the AI from Elon Musk X, continues saying, quote, secondary drowning is a real thing, as I can't sneak in. Oh no, it's all the vernacular. I can't do it. But yeah, you get it. Got 996 likes. Not me, but the Grok. Now you have Jake saying, quote, people act like this, or people act like if you don't do this, your child will never learn to swim, get 800 likes, which, again, anecdotally, that didn't happen to me when I was a kid. Now I learned just how, I learned how to swim just fine. And it's not just because I'm Cuban. Maybe it helps. But yeah, I was not thrown into the pool of water like that when I was a kid. Yeah, Brent saying, quote, I taught my child that fire is dangerous by pushing them into a campfire, getting 295 likes, which maybe that's not the best metaphor, because in terms of learning the stove is hot or the coffee maker is hot, I mean, you learn that lesson one time as a kid. And I mean, to this day, it worked for me. I accidentally touched the coffee maker once, and I was a little slow as a child. I think maybe even the stove as well, separately and independently. To this day, I've not done that again. We also have Orwell's Handmaid saying, quote, I don't care if this method works, it's barbaric and dangerous. There are other ways to teach a baby or toddler to swim, getting 449 likes. True, but will they rule Sparta? Will they truly be a warrior? Greg says, quote, this is a performance, and it is performative, and is meant to sell more swimming lessons for terminally ill online moms who consume all the latest fads. It is not related to improving swimming lessons, getting 258 likes. Although, I don't know, how old is Tiger Woods when he started hitting golf balls? He could probably barely walk. It kind of worked. Taylor Day says, not knowing how to swim is the leading cause of drowning deaths, though, getting 189 likes. Greg Lagonis says, quote, this is a well-known method to teach toddlers how to survive in the water, getting 178 likes. I don't think that's a toddler, though. I think that's why this video is going so viral, is that it looked like a baby. 13 Fox says, quote, wrong. This saves hundreds of babies, including mine, every year. Babies are taught to float and not sink face down so they don't immediately drown. If you live in Florida and don't train your child, you are irresponsible, getting 138 likes, which I surely agree with the latter part of that statement. If you live in Florida, yeah, they should be learning how to, well, not only swim, but probably inevitably you have to learn how to fight off alligators or crocodiles. I forget which one. Also have Admiral Hayes saying, quote, ICR training saves lives. This isn't a video of a first lesson. It's been gradual training to get there. In the last session, the kid must be fully dressed and tossed into the pool where the instructor will give commands and the toddler will follow them. It's designed to teach them to float and survive for a long period of time in the water when you're not prepared to be. Living in Florida is extremely popular and expensive. 3 of my 4 kids are ICR trained. It makes me sleep better knowing that at night because they are. I never thought you would have to. You have been the calling type, Matt, getting 91, making 92 likes. That's true. I thought Matt would have been all into this. I thought Matt was starting to say, I can't do his accent, or can I? Well, he should probably. Could I try his accent? Perhaps I will. Well, if your baby can't swim, they don't deserve. I mean, maybe they shouldn't be by the water. I should have grown my beard out longer for that and wore flannel. The parody obviously failed. But yeah, again, if you're a kid, sure, toddler, again, it looks like a baby. Now, it's funny, this person says it's very expensive. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Why work in tech? Throwing babies in the water is expensive. You can make a lot of money doing that? Really? Again, I'm no genius, but it looks relatively simple. Take baby, throw in water. Granted, pools are expensive, but yeah, I would be interested to see how much parents are spending on that. Mega says what? Says, quote, yeah, I keep seeing these videos and my maternal instincts say absolutely not. I will happily sacrifice the backyard pool so that my children can learn how to swim normally in an untraumatically way when they're old enough, getting 194 likes. Jem says, yeah, you're absolutely wrong in this one, Matt. You didn't grow up anywhere near the water on a daily basis. You grew up where people have closed pools down for the majority of the year. This is a supervised water training, and it saves many children's lives every year. It's about almost as essential as you can think. Yes, accidents can happen. You could send your kids to gymnastics every day and they could fall wrong and end up paralyzed, but the risk is so low that when the reward is so high, many, many children's lives are saved because of this. Getting 115 likes. Which, yeah, I was going to say, I mean, at the end of the video, kid looks okay. Amir King simply says, yep, dry drowning, getting 15 likes. But yeah, I don't know. Is this going to be the next viral thing that every parent enrolls their kid in? I mean, I've heard of unusual hobbies or extracurricular activities, but I mean, at such a young age, and again, the kid looks okay at the end. Let me know in the comments. What would you do with your kid? Do you think this is a great idea? Do you think this is too harsh or too much, or they should wait until they can walk at least? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.